a bit of counterintuitiveness today. Um, it may surprise you to note that if you want your auditions to be more effective, to land better, to be more potent, to appeal to a larger audience, making it more personal, making it more unique and specific to you might be a path that you want to consider. We'll talk about that in this episode of the VO Heroes podcast. One of the mistakes that voice actors, onstage actors, on-camera actors, writers can make when they are crafting a character is to try to appeal to the biggest number of people, the widest audience possible, by making their approach more general. You know, I can gather this part of the audience and this part of the audience if I just add this to it and that to it. And yet, what happens is, if you try to be everything to everyone, you end up being less than you could be if you took another path. And here's the path that I urge you to take. And I want to hand you a virtual permission slip for this that you can put in your wallet and refer to from time to time. One of the things that we talk about in VO Heroes and in other things that I teach is bringing you to the party when you're doing an audition. You may see an audition or a request for a clip. There may be a breakdown associated with it. We were looking for this kind of person with this kind of background, with this kind of approach, with this kind of, sort of like aspects, right? And you think to yourself, well, what aspects do I have that are like that? How about throwing that out and for the first audition, for the first take, just bringing you to the party and then going and checking with the breakdown to see if you hit all the notes that they were looking for or most of the notes that they were looking for. Here's the thing. The more personal you make your auditions, the more authentic to you, not authentic to what you think they want, but authentic to you. I kid you not, the more powerful it's going to be. The phrase is, the more personal, narrow, the more universal. Oddly enough, the more specific and personal you make your auditions, the more likely it is that the impact is going to be greater. The authenticity is huge. The reality is huge. And it's so much easier to be you, right? As long as what you're doing serves the story, but doesn't necessarily hit all the points in the breakdown, but it's you, it's your authenticness. Oh, the power in that is incredible. So if you're approaching an audition and they say they want a specific type, but you're not quite that type, that's okay. You be you, boo. You do you, boo. The more personal, the more universal. You will see it happen all the time. I can tell you that with my audition for Eric Doyle on Heroes, I took a risk. I'm up against these big, huge actors. I got no chance in hell of getting this. I'm just going to be me, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But if it does, great. And I just made it like all the things that had me pissed off and frustrated and I just poured those into the character who just wanted to be normal. He was not normal. He had this set of things that was happening to him that he couldn't control, but he could control others, and that's how all this came out. But it was all about the things that I was, stressed about and effed up about and not necessarily what was in the breakdown. And it happened to work. I'm not saying it's going to work all the time. It's going to work for everybody. But the more personal you make it, the more unique to you, the more you bring to the party, the more you vulnerably share with others about what's in your heart, The more you make it about you, the more powerful, universally powerful it's going to be. I hope I haven't confused you, but in fact have given you some freedom when you approach your auditions to do it your way. Yeah? If this resonates with you, or if you have questions about it, let me know in the comments below on voheroes.com. That's where we have the conversation. You can hit the like button. You can subscribe to the channel. You can get notified when a new episode comes out. Feel free to share this with another actor or voice talent or writer who needs to hear and have the permission to just be themselves, to bring them to the party. Share it with them. I'd love if you'd do that. I'm David H. Lawrence, the 17th. I thank you so much for watching and for listening. And I will see you in the next episode of the VO Heroes podcast.